Bradshaw at short. Beaumont second. There's a foul ball on the left side. Anderson at third. First base, let me see who first base. We got Robinson on first. Let me see, borrow this for 1 second. Yep, Lizzie Robinson on first. And then in the outfield, Hafen in center, Marshall in left, and Brown in right. Here's a pitch, and hit high left side. Going up there, it's out, and it is a home run. A leadoff home run for Avery Gilson for the San Juan Broncos.
That's a solo home run, leadoff home run for Avery Gilson.
What a way to start the game, Gilson with a deep home run. And that is going to be her 8th home run of the season. She had 7 coming into the tournament. And so Gilson with a leadoff home run makes the score 1-0 for the San Juan Broncos. That one, from the minute the swing happened, you could see that ball going out over the left field fence. Next up is Madden Perkins, playing catcher for the San Juan Broncos. There's a hit on the left side. Anderson fields, fires, and safe as she outruns the throw. So infield single. I'm waiting for the official scorebook designation. She beat out the run. Single. So 2 hits in a row for the San Juan Broncos. A home run and now a single. And that'll bring up Morgan McPherson, the center fielder for the San Juan Broncos. Strike one. Catches that outside corner. Brittany Carter, senior. She's been just a great softball player for the Beaver High School Beavers. Pitch, and the bunt is down. Left field line. Anderson over in time for the out. That's out number 1. Does advance the runner to second base. That's Perkins. So good job by McPherson doing what she's supposed to do. 5-3 for 1, and that'll bring up Miley Harrison, the designated player. She hit a home run yesterday. So Grantsville and Emory continue to play on field 1. Pitch comes in, ball 1 for Harrison. So it was 7-0 for Emory, which was not supposed to be in contention in this game. Grantsville far away the favorite. And now it is Emory 8 and Grantsville 7. Swing and a miss for Harrison. The ball's going to go to, on the pass ball, the runner will go to third base. So 8-7, they're in the bottom of the 7th in that 3A quarterfinal matchup between Emory and Grantsville. Harrison steps in. Pitch comes in, Harrison swing and a miss. That's strike 2. The off-speed pitch by Carter, really nicely done. Harrison, here's the pitch from Carter. Harrison, swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Carter, good job. That's out number 2. That brings up Katira Keith. Keith will be the pitcher for the San Juan Broncos. Did a phenomenal job last night. So now on the Grantsville Emory, it looks like it's 8-7 with runners on the corners, 1 out. Crazy game. Pitches in and inside for Keith. Oh, caught the corner, strike 1. Umpire took a second to call the strike, so. Here's the pitch to Keith. That one hits the plate, down, play at the plate coming, and safe. So on the pass ball, it'll be 2-0 San Juan. Wow, Grantsville just won the game, down 7-0 in the 5th inning. Comes back and wins the game 9-8. Holy cow, Grantsville survives Emory. That game, we've all been kind of watching that from the sideline, and what a game. That one took a long time, An exciting ending to the 3A quarterfinal. 2-1 the count to Keith. There's the pitch from Carter. Swing and a miss. That's strike two. 2-2. It's 2-0. San Juan. Both runs earned. Pitch is in and up. That got away from Carter. Full count. Here's the pitch and fouled off. So the count remains full.
Congratulations to both teams on a well-fought victory. Emory, you will play Richfield right now. Grantsville, you play tomorrow. Today at 3 o'clock.
Umpire will walk out to the circle.
Oregon.
Have a little conversation. I'm not sure what the conversation was about. Just walked out. And he might have just been taking a break, recovering from getting hit by the ball or giving the catcher a chance. I'm not sure who got hit. Somebody did. I know Carter came and gave a big hug to the catcher, so I'm assuming it was just a minute break. 2 outs, 2-0, and fouled off left side. Count remains full for Keith. I was talking with some of the San Juan fans in the hotel last night. They're very excited to be here, and they've enjoyed their run through the playoffs. They still have not lost in Spanish Fork. They had one loss early on. Ball's inside. That's full. That's 4 balls. So that's a walk. And Keith goes to the base, to first base, bringing up Elizabeth Palmer. Palmer, the left fielder. And they'll do a speed-up runner for the pitcher, and that will be number 2, who is Ariana Adams. Our score. We're in the top of the first. San Juan's first 2 batters have scored. Keith's on first base. Palmer up to the plate. There's the pitch, and that one is going to hit the batter, so it'll put another batter on. That's 2 batters on the plate, on the base path, with 2 down. Keith goes to second, and that'll bring up Sadie Cosby, playing first base for San Juan. Good start for the Broncos. 2 down. Is in, and does it catch the corner? It does not. Ball 1. Here's the pitch. High, ball 2. 2 balls. Is in and fouled off. Strike 1. 2-1 the count. Carter steps in. Thinks about it. Ball. So 3-1 the count. The hitters count. Carter will have to come at the batter. 3-1. Pitches in. Strike 2. Count is full. So there was a foul ball. Okay, full count pitch. 2 down. 2 runs have scored already. San Juan with 2 runners on the base pass. Shot is in. Hit to shortstop through the gap. And that will score another run. Nope, they'll hold up at third base. Got her at second, so a base running error will get San Juan out of the inning, Beaver out of the inning rather. But San Juan scores 2. 2-0 headed to the bottom of the second on Centricom's TeamHive.live in partnership with KSL Sports.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
All right, this round's almost over. Box.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
Jones and DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project, creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Welcome back. 2-0 as we head into the bottom of the first. Beavers and the San Juan Broncos. For the Beavers will be Lily Wright, Danzy Bradshaw, and Jersey Beaumont. And the Beavers in a hole early already, 2-0, after losing a heartbreaker to Duchesne. And Duchesne, Beavers were up 4-0, lost that game 5-4, as all the runs scored for the Beavers were in the top of the first, and then couldn't really do much after that. Keith in the circle for the San Juan Broncos, and she did phenomenally yesterday. So Avery Gilson plays shortstop, Madden Perkins catching, Morgan McPherson in center field, Miley Harrison is designated player, Katira Keith is pitching, Elizabeth Palmer left field, Sadie Cosby on first, Keegan Palmer second, Sadie Crofts in right field, and Kiera Keith is on third. Here we go. Wright will step up into the box as we start the bottom of the first inning. Here's the pitch. Caught the outside corner. Nice pitch by Keith. Strike one. Lily Wright, the reliable leadoff hitter for the Beavers. Here's the pitch, and outside. Ball 1-1 the count. Pitch is coming in. Looks like it's high, and it is. Ball 2. We can't see the up and down very well. Just every once in a while you can say that one looks high, but don't count on it. We could be wrong. Pitch to right, might have caught the corner. It did, strike 2. 2-2 the count. Keith the junior for the Broncos, really a good pitcher. Oh, Wright will miss that one and go down swinging. Out number 1 for the Beavers. That'll bring up Danzy Bradshaw, the junior, for the Beavers, playing shortstop. Bradshaw will take a pitch over to Keith, picked up third base, over and out for the Beavers. 2 up, 2 down. 5-3 for the second out of the inning, bringing up Jersey Beaumont, the sophomore for the Beaver High School Beavers, playing second base. Third batter of the inning. Here comes the pitch from Keith. That one, did it catch the bottom? Just a little low in the strike zone. Ball 1. Someone steps up. Here's the delivery from Keith. Inside. Ball 2. I've been impressed with the spots of the pitching in 2A softball this year. Good job catching outside and inside corners. Keith fires, and Beaumont with a check swing, single into right field. So the Beavers on the base path. Nice job for Jersey Beaumont. That'll bring up Charlie Marshall, batting in the 4th position for Beaver. Lachelle Moss had the marathon game as Grantsville escapes the Emory Spartans. Here's the pitch. Ball 1 to Marshall. Beaumont stays on first. Beavers down 2-0. Pitch to Marshall, and that one's high as well. Ball 2. 2-0 the count. Keith set to deliver. Strike 1. Here's a play down at second base, and Beaumont in, standing up. Well, she slides and stands up, so she'll get second base. 2-1 the count to Marshall. Runner in scoring position now. A single likely drives in a run. Pitches right there, strike 2. I think the count's 2-2. And it is 2-2. Keith delivers. Marshall swing and a miss. That is strike 3. That's 2 strikeouts in the inning, and they retire the side. No runs on 1 hit, 1 player left on. We head to the top of 2 after this on Centricom's TeamHive.live in partnership with KSL Sports.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Expecting a bundle of joy? Beaver Valley Hospital's new maternity wing is your local haven for life's special deliveries. Combining cozy comfort with top-tier technology, they bring big city medical excellence to the heart of Beaver with that small-town touch Beaver Valley Hospital is known for. Their full-service community hospital is your health partner from inpatient care, emergency, surgical, maternity, physical therapy, home health, and hospice. Beaver Valley Hospital is proud to support Beaver High School.
Welcome back. 2-0 San Juan after the end of 1 inning to play, and they get a chance in the top of the second to add to that lead. And for the San Juan Broncos, batters 8-9-1. That's Keegan Palmer, Sadie Crofts, and Avery Gilson. Palmer up to the plate. Carter in the circle for the Beavers. Pitches up, hit to the shortstop, and takes a tough bounce into the outfield for a base runner for the San Juan Broncos. An error on the Beavers. That'll bring up Sadie Crofts. What I didn't know is Sadie Crofts, a senior, is the daughter of one of our friends, Farty Crofts. So now that I know that, shout out to the Croft family. Squares to bunt, does put it down, and it's going to go foul. Strike 1. There you go, foul ball, strike 2. So Crofts have another 0-2 the count for Crofts. Strike three. So great job by the pitcher, Carter. And that will be out number one. Leaves the runner on first base. Bring back the top of the order, Avery Gilson. And of course, Gilson, she put one out in her first at-bat. Home run over the left field fence. And Gilson up again. Pitch is in for a strike. Strike one. Nice off-speed pitch by Carter. Oh, one pitch, strike, and hit into left field. That is going to be a base hit picked up by the left fielder as she throws it to third. No one there, so a double, stand-up double for Avery Gilson. So to add to her homer, you can now add a double, and that moves Palmer around to third with, of course, Gilson on second. So 2 hits in the inning already. Nope, just 1 hit in the inning for the San Juan Broncos. Pitch comes in, strike one. Madden Perkins, the batter. She hit a single in her last at-bat and scored. Pitch is outside, ball one. 1-1 the count for Perkins. Just misses, ball 2-1. Pitch to Perkins. That one did catch the corner. I was waiting, and it did hit the corner, so strike. 2-2 the count. We're all even. And the hit deep to right left field. Looks like a playable ball. Marshall makes the catch. Tags in, throws home. Play at the plate will be no good. It was a great throw, just bad bounce and timing. So good job by the base running. San Juan goes up 3. Credit Keegan Palmer with, she had just enough speed to get down there, and she scores. So that's an F7, out number 2. And I'll bring up Morgan McPherson for San Juan.
Morgan McPherson now batting.
Strike one. Looked like a strike, and it was. Strike one for McPherson. McPherson hit a single in her previous at-bat. No, she didn't. She hit to the third base. She's over, and ball slightly high. 1-1 the count. Coming in, and a hit to the shortstop. Picked up by Bradshaw, over, out number 3. San Juan adds 1 to their lead. They lead 3-0 as we head to the bottom of 2 on Centricom's TeamHive.live, partnership with KSL Sports.
As a urologist, my job includes treating kidney stones, diagnosing, treating prostate cancer, and other disorders of the urinary system. Here at CVMC, specialists and primary care physicians all work very closely together.
As a family physician, being able to have continuity of care and direct relationships with our specialists is something we're very fortunate to have here.
I'm Dr. David Sewell, board-certified urologist. I'm proud to provide state-of-the-art care here at Central Valley Medical Center.
Marijuana has a lot of names, and even more opinions about it. It's a gray area. And even though we don't know everything about it, we do know that the adolescent brain is still under construction until early adulthood. A developing brain's gray matter, the stuff that lets kids think, analyze, and create, can be impacted by misusing cannabis at a young age. So talk to your kids. Let them know that gray matters.
To learn more, visit graymatters.utah.gov.
Welcome back. We are in the bottom of the second inning for the Beaver High School Beavers. It'll be batters 5, 6, 7, Tylee Marshall, Lexi Hafen, and Lizzie Robinson. San Juan's done a good job of just steady play. A couple errors have aided the path for the Broncos to have this 3-run lead, 3-0 against the higher seed, the number 3 Beaver Beavers. San Juan comes in as the number 10 seed. Marshall steps to the plate. Keith in the circle for San Juan. Which is inside. Ball 1. Here's the pitch to Marshall. It's going to be inside as well. Might have got the corner. Did. Strike 1. 1-1 the count. I was very much impressed yesterday with Keith as she had the placements on those inside corners yesterday in the game. I'm trying to think of which game it was, but really good pitching. The pitch, inside pitch, that's strike 2. So 1-2 the count. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Marshall from Keith. Pitch is low, ball 2-2. Almost hit the batter, but it did not. 2-2 the count to Marshall. Just above the strike zone, 3-2. Full count for Marshall. That was close. That was a gutsy pitch to take, and it paid off. That's a tough one. Here's the full count pitch. And strike 3, as that is strikeout number 3 for Keith. And I'll bring up Lexi Hafen, the freshman for Beaver High School. Hafen steps up. And Hafen hits left field, high fly ball, and it might drop, and it is going to drop for Hafen. She'll get a stand-up double. The freshman steps up big. That puts a runner in scoring position with Lizzie Robinson stepping to the plate. Robinson, a junior for these Beavers. Pitch is low, ball 1 for Robinson. Pitch is a swing and a miss, strike 1, 1-1 the count. Robinson steps back in. Is in and might have caught the corner. Let's see. Nope. Ball. 2-1. 2-1. Robinson squares to bunt. Pulls back and Runner goes to third base. Now will come home, so Lexi Hafen will score on the error by the Broncos. A little spark plug by Hafen cuts a lead from 3 runs to 0 to 3-1. And I'm not sure, he didn't really give me a call on that. The pitch looked like a strike, but I'm not sure which one it is. 2-2 the count, so it was. Robson swing and a miss. That's strikeout number 4 for Keith. Second out of the inning. That'll bring up Erica Anderson. Anderson will talk to Coach Dallin Bradshaw. Nope. Coach Bradshaw is talking to the umpire. Little conference out with the umpire and Coach Bradshaw. Not sure what. They continue to chat on the field. You can see on teamhive.live and KSL Sports. And now we're back. So Erica Anderson with no one on, 2 outs. Scores 3-1. San Juan with a 2-run lead against the Beavers. Coach Anderson, she'll swing, miss, strike 1. Again, that inside corner for Keith has been money. Keith already with 4 strikeouts in 2 innings. Most strikeouts are just great placement of the softball. Pitch is in, that one's inside, ball, 1-1. Here's the 2-2 pitch. 1-1 pitch. Swing, 1-2 the count to Anderson. Keith steps into the circle. Fouled off, so she stays alive, 1-2. Just a reminder, the Beaver High School boys play the Kanab Cowboys at 4 o'clock up at BYU for a chance to move into the semifinals. Here's the pitch and swing and a miss. That's 3 strikeouts in the inning, and that will retire the side. The Beavers score 1 run on 1 hit with none left on. 3-1 as we head to the top of the 3rd on Centricom's TeamHive.live along with KSL Sports.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit IPAUtah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Jorgensen's Power Sports is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor adventure needs. We carry a wide variety of ATVs, UTVs, RVs, firearms, outdoor accessories, and much more. Complete with both a service and warranty department. Check us out online at www.jhsport.com or give us a call at 435-896-6408.
Welcome back. We're headed to the top of the 3. The score in the other game is Enterprise 2 and Altamont 1, correct? Okay. Here we've got 3-1, San Juan with the lead over the Beavers. And for the San Juan Broncos, leading off the inning will be Miley Harrison. Harrison hits it to the third base, and that's going to go off the third base player, and it's going to be an error. So Harrison on the base path to start the inning. Harrison steps in on that left side. Oh no, that's Keith, rather, sorry. Keith squares to bunt, can't get it, and it will be a ball one, I believe. Keith walked in her last attempt. Keith, an impressive player for the San Juan Broncos. Turns, and the ball's up in the air, and that one will be caught. So out, number one of the inning, with the pop-up from Keith. And that'll bring up Elizabeth Palmer. Palmer hit to the shortstop in her last at bat. There's a pitch, and does it catch the corner? Does not. A little bit high, ball one for Palmer. Pitch and hit high in the air to center field. Hafen on it, makes the grab, so that's out number two. That'll bring up Sadie Cosby. Cosby hit a single to right center in her last appearance at the plate. That ball's high, ball one. Big thanks to everybody who makes it possible to watch these games on TeamHive.live and KSL Sports. Great sponsors and great friends, great partners. Here's the pitch, fouled off up in the air, and Wright makes a spectacular grab as she gets two of the outs, but what a tough grab. Turns, spins, dives, scores, and that's the end of the third. The top of the third, we go to the bottom of the third. San Juan leading 3-1 on Centricom's TeamHive.live along with KSL Sports.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West. Specializing in structural steel fabrication and assembly, Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hales Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time at 685 East Main Street. Call today at 800-261-1026. That's 800-261-1026. Or go to sanpetesteel.com.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Welcome back. We start at the bottom of the third with San Juan leading 3-1 for the Beavers. It will be 9-1-2. Brown, Wright, and Bradshaw coming up.
So, just doing her thing. Right?
Ainsley Brown will start us off. This will be Brown's first appearance at the plate. There have been 5 strikeouts in the game for Keith, so she's been super effective. One of the reasons the 10 seed Broncos are playing this deep into the tournament is great pitching from Keith. Stepping up is Brown. Pitch from Brown, swing and a miss, strike one. Here's the pitch from Keith. Inside, that will be ball one. 1-1 the count. Brown, the junior, for the Beavers. Plays right field. Pitch comes in, and Brown, did it catch the corner? It did not, just inside. That's ball 2. 2-1 the count. Leadoff batter in the bottom of the third. Again, it's San Juan with a 2-run lead over the Beavers. Beavers the 3 seed, San Juan the 10. There's the pitch to Brown, and she'll hit it right back to the pitcher. Bounces off the pitcher. Brown hustles and outruns, so an error gets the leadoff batter on the base path for Beaver. And that will bring up the leadoff batter, Lily Wright, for Beaver. Coach Tal Bradshaw, I believe, will get a pinch runner in for Brown. And that will be Gracie Hutchings in the game for Beaver. So they'll give that information to the coach of the San Juan Broncos, and it will be Hutchings who steps onto the base path for Brown. Hutchings, a sophomore. Okay, we're back to live action. Strikeout for Wright in her first attempt. Second one coming up. Oh, that's rude. Rude behavior.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes they do, but most of the time they provide those because they already know they right, that's true.
Wright steps back in.
That's pretty cool.
Here's the pitch from Keith. And Wright will go on the right side, gonna try to run that out, and is out at first base, nearly safe. Great backup. Great base running by Hutchings as she turns and goes to third. So Wright gets out at first, advances the runner to third, and that puts the runner in scoring position more so. So Hutchings goes to third. Wright almost outrun that play. Now we got Danzy Bradshaw up to the plate. She'll step into the box. 0-1. She hit to third base last time. So it'll be a timeout for the coach of the San Juan Broncos. He'll talk to his team. So another catch and carry over here as you've got Enterprise Wolves go back over the fence and make a catch with the Altamont Longhorns. They rob a home run from Altamont. I don't know how Pepper and Tyler are getting all these catch and carries. That's what they're called when you catch one and then you go over the fence. That's what it's called, is a catch and carry. And so another one. That's the third one for that broadcast crew. I haven't seen one. All right, Bradshaw steps into the box. Runner on third, 1 out. Down by 2 runs. Here we go, ready to play. Umpire says, let's go. Keith with the delivery. High, ball 1. San Juan pitcher Keith, I'm sure, doesn't want to give Bradshaw a very good pitch. Super good hitter. She has committed to BYU. There's the pitch. Does it catch the inside corner? It does. Strike 1. The placement just perfect. Here's the pitch from Keith to Bradshaw. Bradshaw hits up high in left field. This one's going to be deep near the fence. Player over and makes the grab, and that will be a sacrifice fly for Danzy Bradshaw. 1-run scores for the Beavers. And a great job by Bradshaw. Almost got the home run, just a few feet short. So an RBI for Danzy Bradshaw cuts the lead to 2-1. 3-1 our score. And that will bring up Jersey Beaumont, who hit a single in her first appearance. Pitch for Beaumont looked good. Strike one. 3-2 our score. The winner faces the winner of... I'll have to look at the bracket before I say it. Got to make sure. That one could have caught the inside corner. It doesn't. Ball one. Ball two. Ball 1-1. So the winner of this one will play the winner of Altamont and Enterprise. Pitch to Beaumont, swing and a miss for Beaumont. Strike two. 1-2 the count. Beaumont steps back in. Again, 1-2 the count. Pitch is inside. That's 2-2. Almost hit Beaumont. Again, a big shout out to all those from San Juan County and Beaver County. Lots of great friends in both locations. 2-2 pitch to Beaumont. It's going to be low and inside. Full count. 3-2. Okay, payoff pitch for Brett Beaumont. It's going to be fouled off. So the count remains full.
Breathing? I'm like, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. So, but it's definitely good. Like, it's not like it stops me from doing anything.
Again, count full.
Like, be careful. I mean, like, it doesn't, nothing gets worse. No.
Which is in. Beaumont will take her base on balls as that ball was high in the strike, high above the strike zone. And so another base runner on the base path. 2 down, and that'll bring up Charlie Marshall. 0 for 1 in the contest. So sisters meet in the circle. And Marshall will step in. Batting in the cleanup position, Charlie Marshall. The junior for the Beavers. First pitch is inside, ball 1. And Beaumont steals the base. That was close. Great job by the catcher. It was a great throw. The Beaumont got a great jump on it. But the throw just not quite in time. Marshall, swing, strike. Two down. It's 3-2 game. San Juan with the 1-run lead. The tying run and scoring position for the Beavers. Marshall is going to take a ball inside. 1-1. 2-1? I think it's 2-1. Almost got that inside corner. Pitch to Marshall. Marshall fouls that off. 2-2 the count. Two pitch coming for Marshall. Marshall fouls it off. That would have been a strike, so good job by Marshall to protect the outside corner. Marshall steps in. Here's the pitch, 2-2. Marshall hits it over the shortstop into the gap. That is a single. It will be an RBI, and the game is tied at 3. So Marshall delivers, driving in Jersey Beaumont. So a single. San Juan will meet in the middle, and that will bring up Tylee Marshall for the Beavers. Marshall, a senior. Just a reminder, coming up at 4 o'clock, Kanab versus Beaver on the baseball side of things. You can watch that on Centricom's TeamHive.live and KSL Sports as well. Should be a lot of fun, a rivalry game in the quarterfinals of the boys baseball. Marshall's. That ball's gonna be outside. Ooh, snow coned by the catcher. Really nice catch. Perkins with a nice snag from behind the plate. 0-1 the count. Oh, and 1. That one's going to be high. Ball 2. Advantage Marshall in the hitter-pitcher matchup. Marshall will step in. Here's Keith. Pitch is high, and there's a stolen base for Marshall. So Charlie Marshall with a nice steal, moves into scoring position. And it was a strike, I believe, for Tylee Marshall. I struggle with the strikes when there's a play and I don't mark it down and then I don't remember what it is. Here's the pitch to Marshall. 2 down. Big opportunity. Marshall holds on that one. She swung at that pitch last time, so it's now 3-1 the count. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, full count. She took a big healthy cut at that one, just didn't quite get it to go. Great pitch by Keith. 3-3 our score at the end of bottom of 3, 2 outs. Beaver trying to take the lead for the first time. Charlie Marshall is on second. Tylee up at the plate. There's the pitch, and it's high, so ball 4, and they're going to get the runner on third, as that was just a great heads-up play by the catcher. And so that will be 3-3. The Beavers tie it up with 2 runs. Excuse me, yep, 2 runs in the 3rd inning, and we go to the top of the 4th, all tied at 3 on Team Hive's website, sponsored by Centricom and KSL Sports.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West, or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Here we go. Top of the fourth inning for the San Juan Broncos. It'll be 8-9-1. Leading off will be Keegan Palmer. Palmer got on an error in her last appearance.
So on the top of the schedule, you have your name, and then
So we're basically starting over in the top of the fourth. All tied at 3.
Chris, I think. Chris, that was it. Okay. So what? Who is that?
I think there's some changes. Umpire's making some notations.
Oh, impossible. They'd like to have somebody who just say here because then if there's like some big something.
I don't know what the changes are, but looks like there might have been some.
Susan and I don't really need him here. Yeah. But he's here just in case, right? Sure. Yeah.
Here we go. Starting the top of the fourth. First pitch is in for a strike. Nice pitch by Carter.
And he's very efficient, like very almost, not stiff, but like. No, but it's very baseball. Yeah. For sure.
And there's a hit to left third base. Anderson over for the out. 5-3 for the first out of the inning. They'll bring up Sadie Crofts. Right field for San Juan Broncos. 0 for 1 in the contest. Here's the pitch to Crofts. Be in for the strike, strike 1. Crofts crowding the plate and almost got hit, but that ball was a strike. She's very close to plate. Coming in, strike 2. Swing and a miss.
I think they'll win this year. It's going to be between AF and Yep. AF is so good. Oh my goodness, they're so good. But PG is so good.
2-1, Enterprise over Altamont. Here's a shot to shortstop, bobbled, and an error. So the Beavers allow a base runner. Crofts on, back to the top of the lineup. Gilson back up to the plate. Second inning of the error of the game for the Beavers. Gilson, home run and a double. She's trying to complete the cycle. We'll see what Avery does this time up at bat. Pitch for Gilson, in for a ball. A little bit low, ball 1. There's a hit and going to go foul. So strike 2. Well, excuse me, ball 1-1 count. Over on the other side of the field, Altamont has the bases loaded with 2 outs against the Enterprise Wolves. They're down 2-1. Enterprise the higher seed. Gilson steps in, 1-1 the count. Outside, 2-1. Looks like Enterprise dodged a bullet there. So 2-1 remains the score. Here it's 3-3. Runner on first. Gilson, little outside. That's ball 3, 3-1. Wright doing her best to frame that, but both those pitches seem to be well outside. Pitch from Carter, that one's going to be hit up the left field line and will be a strike, foul ball. So the count's full for Avery Gilson. Again, Gilson 2 for 2 with a home run and a double. Great slugging percentage in this game for the leadoff batter for the San Juan Broncos. Here's the pitch and hit high in the air, deep to left center. Center field tracks it down and an out. as Lexi Hafen ranges over, makes the grab in left center. Out number 2. So now to bring up Madden Perkins. Had a single in the first inning, flew out in the second. Carter sets, throws to Perkins. Perkins, foul ball on the left side, strike one.
But you know, for a little kid, that's so cute. So he's playing catch, we film playing catch, and they take pictures together. It's so cute. I just sent this to my friends, right? So it was really cute. That's so sweet. Yeah, it's gonna be like a cool thing ever. That is so cute.
There's the pitch from Carter. And throw down to first base, not in time. Batter safe. They had Crofts a little bit off the base, thought they'd take a chance at it. Perkins steps back in, 1-1 the count. Popped up, first base on it. Robinson calls off, says, I got this, and she does. The Beavers out of the inning. All tied at 3, heading to the bottom of the 4th on Centricom's TeamHive.live along with KSL Sports.
Riverton Chevy is more than just a dealership. For over 103 years, our family has proudly served this community because Utah is our home. Through our Everyday Champions program, we celebrate those who make our community stronger. Military, teachers, and first responders. Our local champions never pay for oil changes with the purchase of a new vehicle. Thank you for making Riverton Chevy your dealership for over a century. Visit us today in South Jordan or online at rivertonchevy.com. Still the Chevyweight champion.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Welcome back. We're heading to the bottom of the 4th inning, and it is the San Juan Broncos and the Beavers tied up at 3. For the Beavers. Beavers will be batting batters 6, 7, 8, Hafen, Robinson, and Anderson. On the other field, the Enterprise with a small lead against Altamont. The winner of this game will face the winner of that game. And the winner of that will face the loser of Duchesne and Enterprise. Keith warming up. Pitcher throws to the base. Perkins does a great job behind the plate. Got 3 great catchers in this one. Wright, Bradshaw, and Perkins. All exceptional catchers. Hafen up to the plate. Here we go. Hafen steps in. Hafen on the afternoon is 1 for 1 with a double. She was an earned run in the second inning.
Coming up for Emory will be Stoker, Nielsen, and Lake.
Keith and Hafen battling it out. Pitches in. That's inside. Did it catch the corner? It did not. 2 balls for Lexi Hafen. Freshman's had a good tournament. Just coming in, Hafen swing and a miss, fouled off. Strike 1. 2-1 the count for Hafen. Hafen steps in with that 2-1 count. Here's Keith. It's going to be low, ball 3. 3-1, hitter's count for Lexi Hafen. Beautiful day for softball at the Spanish Fork Softball Complex. Just absolutely perfect. Ball's in, swing and a miss on the off-speed pitch as she got Hafen to sucker for that one. Count is full. There's the full count pitch, payoff pitch for Hafen coming. Which is in and hit to the shortstop. Range is over, fires, and in time for the out. So one down for the Beavers. That'll bring up Lizzie Robinson. Looks like there might be a substitution. Let's see. And it will be number 17 actually batting. So 17 for the Beavers. Aspen Evans steps in. So Evans will step in. Evans on the season, 259 with 7 RBIs on the season coming into the tournament. Evans will step in. There's one down. We're in the bottom of the fourth. We're all tied at 3. Evans ready. Here's Keith with the delivery and the pitch. And she'll foul one off on the right side. That's strike 1. Waiting for a little excitement. This game's a little slow. It's 3-3. I want it to be like hit, hit,
in
hit,
the
hit.
fast-paced world we live in,
have a 12 to 11
every
game,
second
strike
counts.
2.
Whether it's staying productive in your home office or enjoying entertainment with no buffering. With CentraWave from Centracom, experience ultra-fast, next-generation,
Strike
reliable
2, so
internet
1 and 2
that
the
keeps your
count.
whole family
No,
connected.
0 and 2 the count.
CentraWave by Centracom. Fast, reliable,
Keith
everywhere.
delivers, low
Get
ball.
connected today.
Ball 1.
Visit www.centracom.com/CentraWave or call 1-800-427-8449.
There's the pitch to Evans. Evans chases it. That's strike 3. So second out of the inning for the Beavers. For Keith, that is strikeout number 6. Strikeout number 6. Now up to the plate will be Erica Anderson for Beaver. Anderson steps in. We're all tied at 3, bottom 4. Pitch is in and low, ball 1. Pitch is in and a base hit. Great job by Anderson as she hits into left field. So a single with a 2-out single. That'll bring up Ainsley Brown in the bottom of the 4th.
Ainsley Brown now batting.
Brown steps in. She got on base on an error, so 0 for 1. Here's the pitch to Brown. Anderson takes a very short lead. Back she goes to the base. Brown with ball 1. Brown steps back in. Keith ready with the delivery. There it comes. Which is inside. That's ball 2. 2-0 the count. Pitch is in, going to be high, 3-0. Hitters count for Ainsley Brown. Keep a little off on those 3 pitches. She's been super solid all game long. Now has a 3-0 count with Ainsley Brown 2 down, runner on first for Beaver. Bottom of the 4th. There's the pitch to Brown. That's going to be a strike, so 3-1 the count. Pretty good accuracy. Brown steps in. 3-1 count. Hitters count for Brown. Here it comes. That one's going to miss on the outside. That's ball 4, so runners on first and second. We're back to the top of the order with Lily Wright. So Beavers have an opportunity, a little 2-out rally as they've got runners in scoring position. Well, a runner in scoring position. So back up to the plate will be Lily Wright. Wright 0 for 2 so far in this contest. Last time hit to the pitcher. Almost ran it out. Wright steps in on the left side. Here's the pitch, and Wright swings, fouled off on the left side. Wright with good power on the slap hitting. And a quick timeout. I think the coach of the San Juan Broncos will go out and visit.
No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. For Emory will be
We'll see what they decide to do as Beaver talks baseline. So the coaching staff goes out to the outfield and now talking to the infield.
Actually, just kidding. It'll be number 17, Haley Barnett.
So the coaches have talked to all their players. It's a little bit of strategy with runners on first and second, 2 down in the bottom of the 4th. So resetting the scene. Keith stays in the circle, Wright at the plate. Runners on first and second. Brown and Anderson. Wright steps in. A little bit of an adjustment on the infield. Only one player on the right side. They've actually just bailed out on right field completely. So if you look at the alignment, you've got an extra infielder in the infield. Nobody in right field at all. So you've got 3 infielders on the left side of the plate. If Wright can put it in the right field, she'll have a big chance. Here's the pitch to Wright. Wright will hit it right to the third base. Over for the out, and San Juan gets out of the inning. We remain tied 3-3 as we head to the top of 5 on Centricom's TeamHive.live in partnership with KSL Sports.
Jones and DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project, creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Welcome back. We head to the top of the 5th inning, and for the San Juan Broncos, that means it will be batters 3, 4, 5, McPherson, Harrison, and Keith. So great game between these two teams. We're all tied at 3 going into the top of 5. So it's good to have high quality softball here at the Spanish Fork Softball Complex, as we are all tied at 3. The winner faces the winner of Altamont and Enterprise. So Brindy Carter remains in the circle for the Beavers. And leading off will be Morgan McPherson for San Juan. McPherson 0 for 2 in this contest. McPherson will step in. Here we go as we start the top of the 5th inning. Carter get ready to throw to McPherson. Here's the first pitch from Carter. That's going to be hit onto the left side. Picked up by Anderson. Fires across. And what a play by Anderson, and a big-time stretch by Lizzie Robinson. What a play for the Beavers to start the top of the 5th inning. That was a tough throw across the whole diamond. Really well done.
Riley Harrison now batting.
People don't understand how far that is. There's the pitch, outside, ball 1 for Harrison. Harrison 0 for 2, got on an error in her last at-bat. Here we go, ball 2, so 2-0 for Harrison. Watched Harrison hit a home run yesterday. They might be aware of that. Oh and 3. I'm sorry, 3-0. 0-3 be a strikeout. But you know, it all works, right? There's the 3-0 pitch, hitter's pitch for Harrison. And that will catch the outside corner. That's strike 1. That's a gutsy pitch on a 3-0 pitch. Here's a hit, and this is going to be a very high fly ball. Second base saying, I got it, and she does. Jersey Beaumont with the play. That'll be out, number 2. That'll bring up Keith, the pitcher. Katira will step up to the plate, and Keith in the game is 0 for 1 with a walk. Here we go, Keith steps up, bats from the left side. Nobody on, and there's gonna be a hit to first base. Picked up, filled it in, 3 up, 3 down for the Beavers. And that'll do it. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th with the score tied at 3 on Centricom's TeamHive.live in partnership with KSL Sports.
Expecting a bundle of joy? Beaver Valley Hospital's new maternity wing is your local haven for life's special deliveries. Combining cozy comfort with top-tier technology, they bring big city medical excellence to the heart of Beaver with that small-town touch Beaver Valley Hospital is known for. Their full-service community hospital is your health partner from inpatient care, emergency, surgical, maternity, physical therapy, home health, and hospice. Beaver Valley Hospital is proud to support Beaver High School.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
Welcome back. Bottom of 5. We're all tied at 3 for the Beavers. It'll be batters 2, 3, 4. Bradshaw, Beaumont, and Marshall. I think it's a key opportunity for the Beavers at this spot in their lineup. With the meat of the lineup up, this will be imperative that the Beavers get a lead in this bottom of the 5th. Your batting leaders are up first. Bradshaw, Beaumont, Marshall. See what happens. Keith has gone the distance for the Broncos. Been exceptional. He's done a really great job. Here we go. Time is short at this point as we're in the bottom of 5. 3-3, the winner faces the winner of Altamont and Enterprise. If the Beavers win and Enterprise wins, the Beavers trying to erase 30 years of losses to the Enterprise Wolves. And there's a hit going to be popped up by Bradshaw. Shortstop makes the grab, out number 1. Bradshaw not happy about that one. Beaumont now up. Beaumont in the game is 1 for 1 with a walk. Here we go. Beaumont steps in. Keith ready with the delivery. Pitch is out and up. Just missed the corner. Pretty close. Ball 1. That's one where you just pause and you wait and see what they're going to call because it could go either way. Ball 1 and a hit up. That's popped up in the infield, in the field of play, and just a miscommunication between the catcher and first base. Breathes new life for Jersey Beaumont. One and 1 the count for Beaumont. Here's Keith, ready to go. Beaumont's due. Strike 1. What a great off-speed pitch. Beaumont chases it. She shakes her head in frustration as she was primed, ready to go, and Keith throws the perfect pitch. The off-speed number on Beaumont. 1 and 2. Mr. Beaumont's in and going to be inside. That will be ball 2, 2 and 2. Just missed that inside corner. Beaumont steps in. 2-2 pitch. Beaumont fouls it off. The count remains 2 and 2. Two, 1 out. Beaumont will take the ball from Keith. Here it comes. Strikeout number 2. Well, 1, excuse me. Strikeout 4 out number 2. And that'll bring up Charlie Marshall. Marshall 1 for 2 with a single in the 3rd inning. Marshall steps in. And hits to the right side. That will be in for a base hit. She'll go to second base, maybe go to third. Watch this. She is going to go to third base on the error. So there's a single with an error, and now a runner in scoring position for the Beavers, looking to take the lead. Hit the ground and then went past. So a single. It's a hit. Hit with a fielding error. So here we go. Now up the plate, Tylee Marshall. She is 0 for 2. Run on the line here for Beaver High School. Trying to take the lead, 3-3. They have not led in this game. Ball's inside. Ball 1. Marshall steps in. Outside. That's ball 2. 2-0 the count to Marshall. 2 down. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. All tied at 3. Beavers threatening with a runner on third. Huge opportunity for the Beavers to take the lead for the first time in this game. Keith in, strike, hits the shortstop, play up, over, and out. And the San Juan, just like Beaver did in the top of the inning, gets out, and the score remains 3. We head to the top of 6, all tied at 3 on Centricom's TeamHive.live and KSL Sports.
Marijuana has a lot of names, and even more opinions about it. It's a gray area. And even though we don't know everything about it, we do know that the adolescent brain is still under construction until early adulthood. A developing brain's gray matter, the stuff that lets kids think, analyze, and create, can be impacted by misusing cannabis at a young age. So talk to your kids. Let them know that gray matters.
To learn more, visit graymatters.utah.gov.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit ipautah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Maybe. Welcome back. We go to the top of the 6th inning, all tied at 3. As we head into this top of 6, they will be batters 6, 7, 8 for the San Juan Broncos. Palmer, Cosby, and Palmer. First batter will be Elizabeth Palmer, 0 for 2 in the afternoon. Gonna have a little conference with the officials, talking to Coach Bradshaw. So here we go. All right, top of the 6th coming up. Okay, stepping in is Palmer. Pitches in, hit to third base, fielded cleanly. Anderson fires, and for the out, Robinson with a really great snag on first base. Anderson has been sensational on third base. Now up is Cosby. Cosby 1 for 2, hit a single in the first inning. One ball. Brittany Carter, the senior, has gone the distance, continues in the circle. Is that 2 balls? Cosby steps in, and that will be outside. 3 balls, no strikes. So batters count for Cosby. Cosby squares to bunt. Strike 1. 3-1 the count for Cosby. Here's the 3-1 pitch from Carter. That one will be low in the dirt. Ball 4, leadoff batter aboard for the San Juan Broncos. That'll bring up Keegan Palmer, playing second base for San Juan. So we'll see, there's going to be a speed up runner for San Juan. Tried to get a number there. Number 12 is the runner. And that is Jaden Benali, the freshman. Kind of cool to have the freshman get a little opportunity. Coach is making the adjustments on the field. While we're waiting, let's go ahead and look and see if we can get a score with Enterprise 4-2 with, it's Altamont with the lead. Wow, over the Enterprise Wolves. So Altamont trying to move in. Trying to knock off the two-time defending state champ Enterprise Wolves. They'd like to get back to the championship game. They've owned it for the last 4 years. 5 if you add in the COVID year in which we didn't have the tournament. Here's the pitch, in for a ball 1, I believe, for Keegan Palmer. Here's the pitch. Did it catch the corner? It did. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Going to be high, and an attempt back first base. Nice stop by Robinson. That could have went into right field. Here's the pitch, and get him swung on, fouled off. So there is one down. Runner on first. We are in the top of the 6th inning. San Juan trying to take the lead. They've led or been tied the entire game. Beavers never led in this one. San Juan scored 3 in the first inning, hasn't scored since. Count is 2-2. Pitch is in and hit to the shortstop over. Bradshaw with a quick catch. Nice job. Wow, that was a tough play by Bradshaw. She turned going away, threw it to second base. I think if she tries for first base, she can't make that play because the throw's too far going away. Made a nice play throwing to second. 6-4, out number 2. And that will leave Palmer on first base. Looks like there'll be a substitution for the San Juan Broncos. We'll try to see if we can get it. And there'll be a timeout by the Beavers. We'll take a short 30-second break and be back with more softball from the Spanish Fork Complex on Centricom's TeamHive.live and KSL Sports.
Jorgensen's Power Sports is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor adventure needs. We carry a wide variety of ATVs, UTVs, RVs, firearms, outdoor accessories, and much more. Complete with both a service and warranty department. Check us out online at www.jhsport.com or give us a call at 435-896-6408.
Okay, welcome back. We're going to have a pitching change. So Brindy Carter will take a seat and Cabela Lowe take over in the top of the 6th. So Lowe will get a chance here to take over in the circle for Carter. And we're all tied at 3. There are 2 outs for the San Juan Broncos. And Palmer is on first base. Sadie Crofts will be up. So here we go. Number 9 batter, 9-1-2 coming up for the San Juan Broncos. San Juan would like to take the lead from the Beavers. Here's the throw down to second base and not in time. As I think Bradshaw a little late on the throw. The throw was good, but not quite in time. So still 2 down. Runner now in scoring position on second, and Coach Dallin Bradshaw will talk to the umpire, I believe. And I'm not sure what his question would be. Talking to the umpire. and they'll have a little conference inside as Coach Down Bradshaw probably wants just a clarification to see if Danzy was able to make that play or not make it, and I'm not sure myself. No way we could have seen it from here. So they have the conversation, and back to play. 2 out, runner on second with the batter up. Here's the pitch from low. That's going to be inside. Right, nice job from the catcher's position. With a nice block, goes third to protect the run. 3-3, 2 down. Can Beaver get out of this one? Pitch is in, strike, going to be hit over to first base, and it's going to go off at first base, so that's going to be a play that's safe. So the error gives runners on the corners for the San Juan Broncos, and back to the top is Avery Gilson. Gilson 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. So a lot of excitement for the San Juan Broncos. Coach for San Juan will do a speed up runner. That'll be number 11 coming in the game. That will be Coley Crofts. Coming in for the batter, number 25, Danica Myers. Gilson is waiting for the umpire. Umpire making notations, making sure they get the right players in. Okay, Gilson will step in. Again, 2 down, runners on the corners. And the umpire will, and they're gonna put Gilson on the base path, so that'll be a walk. Base is now loaded for the San Juan Broncos. With Gilson on first, that'll put Maddie Perkins. Perkins 1 for 3 with a single in the first inning. Here's the pitch. Perkins, outside pitch, ball 1. San Juan with the bases loaded, prime opportunity. Pitch is going to be up and out. That's ball 2. 2-0 the count. Beavers will take a little huddle in the middle of the infield. Want to talk about it for a second? Here's the pitch. Pitch is going to be up and out. That is 3-0. Beavers in a little bit of danger. Pitcher hitters count to Perkins. And Lowe's going to have to come after the batter. Here's the 3-0 pitch. That's a strike. 3-1 the count. Swing and a miss, full count. High drama here. Bases loaded, full count, 2 outs, top of the 6th. What pressure for Madden Perkins. Madden steps in. Here's the pitch from low. That one looks like a strike, fouled off. Great battle by Perkins, keeping that alive. Fun times, full count coming, hit into left field. That's a base hit, and at least 1, maybe 2. Runs coming home, no, and that's going to be a 2-run single by Madden Perkins. San Juan goes up by 2 runs on the hit. And that'll leave Perkins at first base. So let's see, let me just put this, Caesar first. Okay, Morgan McPherson up to the plate, 0 for 3, and still 2 outs. Strike one. Beavers trying to get out of this, down 5-3 now in the top of the 6th. Another opportunity coming. And that'll do it. As the batter goes around, bases loaded again, as we've got Miley Harrison back up to the plate, and Coach Dallin Bradshaw comes out to the circle, and we'll talk to his pitcher. I'm not sure what the plan will be here. We'll see what happens. We'll take a short break while Coach Bradshaw talks to the troops.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West. Specializing in structural steel fabrication and assembly, Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hales Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main Street. Call today at 800-261-1026. That's 800-261-1026, or go to sanpetesteel.com.
So Coach Bradshaw elects to bring Brindy Carter back in. She started the game and will continue with the game as well. So Beavers in a little bit of trouble. Down 2, bases loaded for the San Juan Broncos, and Miley Harrison. Harrison 0 for 3, but has the power. Here comes the pitch from Carter. And the pitch is going to be up down the left side. Foul ball, strike one. Everything's a little bit scary in the top of the 6th. Harrison steps in. Here's the pitch from Carter. That's going to be fouled off, and it's going to go off the second baseman over first base, and the inning is out. The Beavers escape, but San Juan tacks 2 on. We head to the bottom of the 6th with San Juan up by 2, 5-3. On Centricom's TeamHive.live along with KSL Sports.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West, or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Do you follow like all of the Beavers?
Yeah. Yeah, Beaver's small enough. I know them all. Hang out with them all. So, yeah, I know them all. Welcome back. We're back for the bottom of the 6th. And for the Beavers, they've got to cut into those runs that the Broncos just scored. They are down 2, 5-3. So a huge innings. They have 2 more at-bats in this contest. Welcome, Pepper, back to the contest.
Hello, glad to be back.
Tell me about your game over there.
Enterprise overcomes a 3-run deficit.
Wow.
And defeats Altamont to advance to play the winner of this game. And I got to tell you, there's been some crazy base running in the games that I've seen. Insane. So much fun. We're just like cat and mouse. That's like they're trying to send runners to like second till they can get the runner to score. It's been fun.
We have not seen that here.
Oh, Tyler and I have. It's been fun.
Well, cool. So here we're 5-3, going into the bottom of the 6th. Lexi Hafen leads off for the Beavers. Strike one to Hafen. Hafen will step back in. Keith's gone the entire way.
Wow.
She's been very effective. Lots of strikeouts. We'll tell you about them in a minute. Here's the pitch from Keith. And Hafen drives up the left side, but it will be foul.
Turned on it. And unfortunately for her going foul, if that would have stayed fair, probably could have been a double.
Yeah, most likely extra base hits for Lexi Hafen for sure. Hafen steps in. Here's Keith. Pitch is going to be outside. Hafen had a great tournament as a freshman. It's tough for a freshman to come in. She's been great.
Coming in at pitch, doing some good things. Coming in at, batting. It's going to be fun to watch her the rest of her career.
Here's a pitch inside. Doesn't catch the corner. That's a ball. Hafen steps in. Pitch from Keith coming. There it is, and a deep hit to left field. Lexi Hafen, it's up there, it's out there,
it's
and
fair.
It is a fair ball, so Hafen goes to a stand-up double. The freshman steps up again.
I was expecting that to go foul, and as soon as we couldn't see because of the yawning, saw the outfield ump call it fair. What a hit by the freshman.
Yeah, leadoff double for Lexi Hafen, so she does exactly what she needs to do, and that will bring in, looks like Lizzie Robinson up to the plate for the Beavers.
Robinson, a junior, looking to keep on the momentum from the freshman.
Here we go. Robinson steps in. Keith stares her down. Here comes the pitch. She squares the bunt, and the ball is gonna hit her, and that will be a foul ball. He did not. Called it a strike. She was still in the box, so she's safe.
That was very aggressive.
Strike one.
I was like,
it was.
It is safe, it's safe.
No, completely true. It really was. Kind of one of those crazy moments.
San Juan coach wants to talk to him about
he said,
it.
Hey, I want to visit about this. Now, if she's outside the box, because she stood inside the box and it landed on top of her head, but she was still standing in the box.
She is safe.
I'm sure if the other team says, I don't think so.
Going to confer with the outfield officials.
It does happen sometimes. My view of it, I haven't seen a replay or anything, but my view of it was that she was standing in the box when it landed on her head. So therefore, I think that makes her safe. We'll see what the conference says, though. I never know.
Unfortunately for you, you're not wearing a blue shirt.
Or fortunate for me. I would actually say that's fortunate for me. I'm happy about that, not unhappy. Okay, after the conference, they're going to say still a strike. Just a strike one on the foul ball. Okay, here we go. There's a runner on second, no outs. Lizzie Robinson up to the plate. The Beavers down by 2 runs. Robinson steps in. The junior squares to bunt. And it's going to be popped up in the air, and that will be an out.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Bunt, you want to just lay him down on the ground.
Yep.
And Robinson just pops it right back up to the catcher for out number 1.
So Anderson back in the game. Back up to the plate. And Anderson had a big hit her last at-bat. 1 for 2 in the contest. She's been phenomenal at third base.
That's awesome.
Had a couple big plays on third base. Big arm, big snags over there. Erica steps back up in. Keith with the delivery, hits a base hit over to right field. And how about that? Erica Anderson drives. Now they will go home. Oh, San Juan wasn't watching, and the Beavers sneak one in. Aggressive base running by the Beavers.
Got to tell you, that's been my favorite thing this whole tournament is aggressive base running, and I love seeing the confidence from the freshman, Lexi Hafen. As soon as she saw that ball was going to drop, she just made it home. Cuts the lead to 1.
Yeah, and how about the freshman stepping up And Anderson also stepping up. So.
Is Anderson a freshman?
No, Anderson is a sophomore.
Gotcha.
Here we go. Up to the plate is Brown. Ainsley. Fouled off on the right side. Strike one. Shaping up to be a fun game. 5-4. We're in the bottom of the sixth.
Both these games, these elimination games, incredibly close. Altamont and Enterprise close. San Juan and Beaver close. And this just goes to show you seeding matters none.
No, it doesn't.
When it comes to state tournament, doesn't even matter.
Well, and this is a 10 seed.
10 to 3.
Yep, 10-3. So here we go. Keith and Brown. Delivery. It's going to be a ball high. To Brown. 1-1 the count. Coach Dallin Bradshaw gives a sign to first base. Players check their armbands. I kind of like the old days where you.
I was just going to say that. I love the signs.
Do all the signs and, you know, make it a little more interesting. There's Brown. Gets delivery, gets down, baseline, bunt. Ooh, just went foul. That was close.
It was. Is that 2 strikes?
2 strikes. 1 and 2 the count for Brown.
Just one of these times I would love to see somebody bunt on 2 strikes, just for funsies. Never seen it. I'm waiting for it.
It sounds fun, but it's not as cool as it seems if it doesn't work.
Bold strategy.
Yeah, bold strategy, but then strike 3, so 2 down, and a near play at second. Beaver safe at second, so runner in scoring position, 2 down now.
Yeah, nice still by Anderson to advance to get in scoring position.
Okay, that means Lily Wright's up, the leadoff batter for the Beavers, back up top of the order. Wright, Bradshaw, then Beaumont. Runner in second, on second. Beavers down 1, 5-4, 2 outs. And Wright will pop one up on the left side. That's in the field of play. Third base trying to make the grab, and does. So San Juan gets out of the inning with the lead, 5-4. We'll come back with the top of 7 on Centricom's TeamHive.live in partnership with KSL Sports.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Riverton Chevy is more than just a dealership. For over 103 years, our family has proudly served this community because Utah is our home. Through our Everyday Champions program, we celebrate those who make our community stronger. Military, teachers, and first responders, our local champions never pay for oil changes with the purchase of a new vehicle. Thank you for making Riverton Chevy your dealership for over a century. Visit us today in South Jordan or online at rivertonchevy.com. Still the Chevyweight champion.
Welcome back. It all comes down to this. We're in the top of the 7th inning. It's San Juan 5, Beaver 4. And leading off in the inning is
number 23.
Number 23. And that will be Keith batting for the San Juan Broncos.
I'm just making an educated guess.
Yep. So batters 5, 6, 7 for the San Juan Broncos. So the Beavers will have to hold the Broncos, and the Broncos would like to add to their lead. And then they'll have to hold off the Beavers. Both batters, both teams in good spots in their lineup. So here's their junior leader, Keith, up to the plate. She's been sensational in the circle and now wants to add from the plate. She is 0 for 2 with a walk in the contest. I'm not sure what we're having a conference between Coach Dallin Bradshaw and Keith.
I'm not sure. Wasn't Robinson playing first?
Yeah, Robinson was playing first.
So Jaylee Smith now.
Yep, Smith back in at first.
Back in at first.
Okay, so Smith in at first. Now we can. I think the umpire will have to walk over and talk to the other coaching staff quick. A lot going on.
Incredibly intense.
It's kind of a buzzkill. You know, we have things going, and then we've got all of this like back and forth. Let's go.
Your momentum build.
I know.
Just crash and burn, Scott.
It's the 7th inning. Let's go. Here we go. Keith up to the plate. It's 5-4 San Juan looking to add to their lead. Pitch is in for a ball. A little bit low, ball 1. Big wide open space in the middle. Keith fouls it off. 1-1 the count. I talked about if Beaver's able to come back, they're trying to erase a 30-year drought against the Enterprise Wolves.
If they end up next game.
30 years. Here we go. And Keith with a hit to the left field line, and makes the grab, does Marshall, so out number 1.
Nice play by Marshall, just running up on it, snagging it out of the air. And Beaver definitely not wanting to allow any runs by San Juan.
Elizabeth Palmer will step up to the plate for San Juan. Palmer on the afternoon is 0 for 3. Hit to the shortstop and flew out, and to third base. Here's the pitch. Looks good and is good. Strike 1.
Yeah, very pretty pitch.
I didn't know how that was going to go.
We can tell up, down, sideways,
Uh-huh.
but just not up and down, sorry, just sideways.
Just sideways. Here's the second pitch. That we fouled off on the left side. She turned on that. One away. Palmer up to the plate. Carter back in, fouled off again, 1-2. Just in case you missed it, Carter started the game, came out, and was substituted, and then came back in these last 2 innings.
Who came in for her?
Low.
Yep.
So
she's able to get that batter to chase that high outside pitch.
here we go, 2-strike pitch coming up, and looks good, is good. Popped up in the infield. The pitcher says, I've got it, and she does, out number 2.
Beaver doing a very good job just getting under those fly balls. Doing exactly what they need to do to go into the bottom of the 7th.
Yep, Sadie Cosby, who is 1 for 3 with a single in the first inning. Flew out to the catcher and then hit to the shortstop. She'll step back in. Carter with the pitch, trying to catch that outside corner, misses, ball 1.
Right, tried to frame it, just
Yeah, almost. It was close.
couldn't do it.
Pitch is in and looks like a strike, and it is.
Yeah, the batter crowding the plate on that one, but beautiful placement by Carter.
That would be tough for an umpire to have to make those calls with the plate so crowded.
Mm-hmm.
Pitch is in and might be a little bit low, and it is. Ball 2. 2-1 the count.
Are you kidding me, Smalls? You're killing me, Smalls.
Pitch is in, strike. Oh, fouled off. That was a great pitch. Right down the middle, so 2-2 the count. San Juan trying to pull off the upset against the Beavers. 10 seed versus a 3 seed. They lead by 1 and Carter thought she had the corner, not quite. That'll be full count for Cosby. We've seen a few girls run up the baseline and the pitcher saying, I got that too. Full count. Carter, that looks like a strike, and it is strike 3. So we're headed to the bottom of the 7th. Beaver down 1. They have one more chance to stay alive in this tournament, and we'll be back with that on Centricom's TeamHive.live and KSL Sports.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
All right, this round's almost over.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
Jones and DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project, creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Welcome back. Here we are, bottom of the 7th. Big drama on field 4 as the Beavers and the Broncos. The Beavers down by 1. 5-4. And the Beavers, where they want to be in the lineup, 2-3-4. So they'll start off with Danzy Bradshaw and then Jersey Beaumont and Charlie Marshall. So really, really great. Here we go. See how it goes. And Keith has been sensational in the circle. Can the Beavers hit? Keith.
In all the games that I have called this entire tournament, I have not seen a pitcher finish a game.
Have you?
Nope. So where you're talking about how Keith has been phenomenal the whole tournament.
Yeah. Katira. Yeah, she.
So I take that back. Sal Severe this morning, Navy Lindsay did finish that game.
Okay, here we go. Bradshaw at the plate. Beavers have to score 1, 2 to take the lead and win. Pitch to Bradshaw. Going to catch the outside corner, I think. Yep, strike 1.
That was a beautiful pitch.
Keith has been very good at hitting those spots. Bradshaw up to the plate, 0-1. Bradshaw drives up left field line. That is a fair ball. Bradshaw extra bases. Bradshaw goes 2, looks at 3. And she will go 3. Can't she make it? She slides in safely. That will be a double for a triple for Danzy Bradshaw.
That is just one of those nasty hits that goes right up the third baseline, hard to get to. Aggressive base running. And there's the conference. Is it fair or is it foul?
I couldn't see. I'm behind the awning. So they're going to go talk to Coach Bradshaw. No, coach for the San Juan Broncos. I mean, it was definitely a fair ball. And it's a big deal because that puts Bradshaw in scoring position on third with no outs.
It'll stand.
So the play stands. Beaver now with the tying run on third and the winning run at the plate. Jersey Beaumont. Wow, here we go. No outs, runner on third, 5-4, San Juan with the lead, but Beaver, tying run on third. Beaumont steps up. Play is going to be strike 1, inside corner.
Nice placement.
Keith's been phenomenal. She's hit those spots and been very, very good. Gets the pitch call from the dugout. Here it comes. Pitch from Keith is going to be high in the air. This will likely tie it up, and she cannot make the play. So it's going to be a play at the plate, and we're all tied up with Beaumont on second. The Beavers tie it up, and Beaumont with the winning run on second base.
I could not see what happened. It looked like the left fielder for San Juan had it. Did she just bobble it?
She didn't get to it.
Oh, she didn't get to it fast enough.
Couldn't get to it.
just dropped. She was playing too deep.
So a base hit for Jersey Beaumont drives in the tying run. We're all tied at 5.
Stupid awnings.
I know, awnings and trees. Crowds love them. Announcers hate them.
Although it is kind of fun. Tyler and I were talking about this before, like when you're just like waiting to see what happens, and if you know, it's a mystery until the crowd erupts and it's like, they made the play, or it's a hit.
And then we try to piece it together.
Yeah.
So Beavers tied it up at 5 with Bradshaw coming in and Beaumont on second. So now do the Beavers swing away, or do they do a little small ball and move Beaumont to third?
Should we take a poll?
Yeah, we could take a
Up
poll.
in the both. Raise your hands if she should swing away. Michelle, Scott, Tyler.
So 3 swing aways, 4 swing aways.
Audrey, swing away. Phelan,
Swing away. All right.
majority says swing away.
I will tell you, I think coaching would say you bunt her to third. That's why we're announcing and criticizing people. That's what we do. And Marshall is 2 for 3. You're right. So 2 for 3. So, and your cleanup hitter, batter number 4. A base hit likely wins the game. So Charlie Marshall, and she will go to first base. The umpire said,
Potentially walk her.
go ahead and go. So they will load up. They'll put Marshall on the base path, which will bring up Tylee Marshall.
This official is fantastic. Very dramatic in his gestures.
Yeah, he is.
Safe, safe. Please take your base.
Yeah, well,
Please take your base.
just go. Yeah, it's a good job. Officiating's been great this whole tournament so far. So Tylee Marshall steps in. Beavers all tied at 5.
No outs.
No outs, runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. And there's a base hit to left field. This could do it. Here comes the run around third base. Beaumont comes in, play at the plate, not in time. And the Beavers win 6-5 in the bottom of the 7th inning. And they will advance to take on their nemesis, the Enterprise Wolves. And wow, what an amazing ending to a game, and a walk-off single for Tylee Marshall. What a way.
You know, but let's
to end a
give
game.
some credit to San Juan, coming in the number 10 seed, playing a fantastic game. I mean, a heartbreaking loss, you know, up by 1 going to the bottom of the 7th. Hard loss. Congratulations to San Juan on a fantastic season. But like you talked about, congratulations to the Beavers, stepping it up when it mattered to get the 1-run win.
Well, I was going to talk about this, but San Juan with only 1 senior, this team's all coming back.
Wow.
So they're going to be a force to be reckoned with next year. And San Juan has a good softball history. So Beavers stay alive in the tournament. We will have more games coming ahead. The Beavers will play the Enterprise Wolves coming up at 3 o'clock in 25 minutes. And the Beavers have not beaten the Wolves in 30 years.
Yeah.
So they've got a task on their hands.
And the Beaver fans love to be reminded of that.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break and be back with more softball from the Spanish Fork Softball Complex on CentralComm's TeamHype.live and KSL Sports.